What's up, you guys? I'm obviously back with another glute workout. So here you just see me pretty much activating my glutes. I used to think this was so overrated, but now that I've started doing it, I don't think I'll ever stop because I really have noticed a huge difference not only in the growth of my butt, but just in my workouts in general. So I start off just doing some banded air squats, and as you saw me pointing to my knees, you want to make sure that your knees and your toes are pointing outward and that you're squeezing your butt at the top, because that is how you are going to activate your glutes by making sure that you are working them during this warm-up. So just going to do some air squats with the bands, and you can look in my, I think it's 2 videos ago, I mentioned where I got the bands from, and I'll leave them linked down below. So now I'm switching out the resistance of the band. It came with a heavy, a medium, and a light resistance. This is the medium, and I'm just doing some side kicks, and you really feel these in your side glute. I've fallen in love with these. I think I did 3 sets of 10 on this whole entire glute activation circuit, but of course the entire workout will be listed in the description box below and at the very end of the video, so you guys can just screenshot that and take it to the gym with you. Also, for the activation, I do put on this cable strap that I also have. It just makes doing glute kickbacks on the cable machine so much easier. But here you just see me doing a glute kickback, and I start off with a low weight, and I also do a 3-second negative. And for the last exercise of the glute activation warm-up that I do, I just do some hip thrusts because I find that squeezing at the top on these really helps to activate my glutes. And also, if you'll notice, I am putting all of my weight on my heels and pointing my toes outward. That also helps to make sure that you are feeling it in your glutes. And now to begin the actual workout. So I started off with this superset. I'm going to do a superset of sumo squats and sumo deadlifts. And don't freak out when you hear this number, but I'm doing 10 sets of 10. Now, it is a lot and it does end up hurting. But if you'll look on the bar right here, I only have 25-pound plates on each side. And I always like to lower my weight whenever I'm doing sumo squats, because in a sumo squat, your toes are pointed outward, you're driving through your heels, so you're really focusing on working your hamstrings and your glutes. It obviously is still a compound movement, so you're still going to feel it in your quads as well, but this is mainly focusing on the glute area, which is the area of my body that I want to build because I'm already pretty not glute dominant, I'm pretty quad dominant. So I'm just starting off with 10 sets of 10 on the sumo squat, but after I do this first set, I go over to the deadlift platform and do 10 sumo deadlifts, and this was killer. This was a killer way to start off the workout, but I love that. I love doing workouts that push me and that are going to make me grow and better. So another thing that I did after the 5th set, I ended up putting a band on and doing these banded, just like we did in the warm-up, except the only difference is we've added weight. So here you see me doing the sumo deadlifts, and like I said, I supersetted these with the squats. So 10 sets of 10, that's only 135 on the bar, so it wasn't going super heavy, but I really wanted to focus on getting low and squeezing my glutes like you see me doing. Don't be afraid to make that ugly granny butt. Okay, so this next tricep, oh my goodness. You're going to think it looks really weird, and I honestly underrated it before I even did the tricep, but this one tricep had me dying. My glutes hurt so bad. So here I'm just doing a reverse banded glute kickback, I guess you would call it. But you want to make sure that your legs can come down in the shape of an L, and when you kick up to the top, squeeze your glutes and make sure you're pushing your legs and your toes outward. That is the way you're going to feel the most resistance in your glutes. And then I held for 10 seconds at the very end. After that, you immediately get up and you do some bandit abductors. Now for these, I don't remember exactly how many reps that I did, but I do feel it more whenever I point my toes outwards and again drive through my heels. You would think that you need to add weight for these to be felt, but no. Doing these Bandit killed me. After that, I did decide to do an elevated Bulgarian split squat, and I did it with no weight because I wanted to jump. The wider you get your stance, the more you're going to feel it in your hamstrings and your glutes, and the closer your stance is, the more that you will feel it through your quads. So depending on what you are wanting to grow and work will be the determining factor on where you place your feet. So next I decided to do 3 sets of 20 on the glute bridge, and be sure, 2 tips that I can give for these. I like to place my heels on the ground because one, it helps you make sure you're driving through your heels, but also pointing your toes outwards, it just really allows you to feel it more in your glutes. And also squeezing at the top and holding for a quick pause also helps you to feel it in your glutes more. So those are my 2 tips whenever you're doing these, but I did do 3 sets of 20 and I held for 10 seconds at the end. So next, I usually do like 3 sets of 10 or so on hamstring curl, and I'll always do it with a 3-second negative. But today I decided just to do a burnout because my legs at this point were already dying, my hamstrings and my glutes were on fire. So here I'm just showing you that I am starting off with a 3-second negative, and what that is focusing on the eccentric part of the movement, which increases your time under tension, thus allowing your muscles to grow more. So my hamstrings are a weak area of mine, and it is something that I want to grow. So I just focus on doing a 3-second negative and really feeling that burn and tiring them out. And then I ended up just doing a drop set until failure. So I did it until I couldn't do it anymore. Stop, drop the weight, did it till failure again, stop, drop the weight, and this is killer for the hamstrings. I'd never done a hamstring drop set to failure like this, but oh my god, it had me dying. So next part of the workout is pretty self-explanatory. We decided to do 10 sprints, and this is probably like 20 to 30 yards or so, but we just sprint to the very end like you guys saw in my last video, and this time we included a light jog on the way back. So we did that 10 times, and that was the end of the workout. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and comment below what you want to see next, and subscribe. Thank you guys. Bye.
Say the word.